What if I told you there are diseases that you might actually want to have? Yeah, you heard that right. Today we are diving into the strange and fascinating world of medical conditions that, against all odds, come with incredible perks. Imagine a perfect memory, supercharged sense, or even next-level creativity. These superpowers aren't from superhero movies. They're real, and they belong to people with rare and extraordinary conditions. So, are you ready to discover the diseases you might secretly envy? Let's get started. Number 1. Hyperthymesia. Imagine having a memory that recalls every detail of your life. That's hyperthymesia, or highly superior autobiographical memory. People with this condition can recall events, dates, and emotions with incredible clarity. It's like a super-powered mental DVR. Actress Marilu Henner is famous for her near-perfect memory. She can recall what she had for dinner decades ago. Imagine the stories she can tell. But reliving every awkward moment and regret could be overwhelming. The past wouldn't just be a memory, it would be ever-present. The constant influx of memories could be debilitating. Hyperthymesia shows that extraordinary abilities come with complexities. Number 2. Synesthesia. Now let's talk about a condition that makes the world a sensory playground. Imagine tasting colors, hearing shapes, or seeing music. That's synesthesia, a neurological phenomenon where the senses get intertwined. For synesthetes, everyday experiences are a kaleidoscope of perceptions. The sound of a violin might evoke swirling patterns of emerald green, while the taste of chocolate could trigger a symphony of vibrant blues and oranges. The famous painter Wassily Kandinsky is believed to have had synesthesia, and many argue that his vibrant, abstract works were influenced by his unique sensory experiences. He even composed musical pieces that he described as visual music, further blurring the lines between sight and sound. Synesthesia isn't just a quirky brain glitch, it's a testament to the brain's remarkable plasticity, its ability to forge unexpected connections and create entirely new ways of experiencing the world. While we don't fully understand how it works, synesthesia offers a tantalizing glimpse into the subjective nature of perception and the boundless creativity of the human mind. Number 3. Congenital anosmia. Our sense of smell is powerful. It evokes memories, influences moods, and warns of danger. But what if you couldn't smell? That's life with congenital anosmia, missing out on aromas like fresh bread or flowers, but also avoiding bad smells. Imagine never smelling garbage or sewage. Anosmia can be an advantage, especially in certain jobs, like sanitation or crime scene investigation, or even in the emergency room. Anosmia might make you better suited. Number 4. Aphantasia. Close your eyes and imagine a bright red apple. Can you see it in your mind's eye? For some, this is impossible due to aphantasia. Aphantasia is the inability to create mental images. Their mind's eye remains blank. They can describe the apple but can't see it. Aphantasia has its advantages. Less troubled by intrusive images. Traumatic memories hold less power. They excel in abstract thinking and logic. Thoughts flow freely without visual distractions. Congenital insensitivity to pain. The blessing and curse of indestructibility. Pain is usually our body's way of telling us something is wrong. Hey, don't touch that hot stove, or that sprained ankle needs some TLC. But imagine a life completely free from physical pain. That's the reality for people with congenital insensitivity to pain, or CIP. Now, before you start thinking this sounds like a superpower, remember that pain serves a vital purpose. It's a warning system that protects us from harm. Take the case of Ashlyn Blocker. Ashlyn was born with CIP, and while she can perceive differences in temperature and pressure, she doesn't experience pain the way others do. As a child, she wouldn't react to cuts, burns, or even broken bones. While this might seem like a blessing on the surface, it makes life incredibly dangerous. Without pain as a guide, people with CIP are prone to serious injuries and illnesses that can go unnoticed and untreated. Chapter 6. Tetrachromacy. Seeing the world in a million more colors. Have you ever looked at a sunset and thought, I wish I could see more colors, more nuances in those fiery hues? Well, for people with tetrachromacy, that's a daily reality. Most humans are trichromats, meaning we have 3 types of color-detecting cells, or cones, in our eyes, but tetrachromats have a 4th type of cone, which allows them to perceive an estimated 100 million colors compared to the paltry 1 million most of us see. Imagine a world where colors appear richer, more vibrant, more nuanced than you could ever imagine. Tetrachromats might see subtle variations in shades that look identical to everyone else, or perceive entirely new colors that exist beyond the spectrum of normal human vision. While tetrachromacy is incredibly rare, it's more common in women than men, and it's believed to be genetic. Some researchers believe that tetrachromats might be particularly drawn to careers in art, design, or photography, where their enhanced color perception could give them a unique advantage. Chapter 7. Savant Syndrome. Islands of Genius. Imagine possessing extraordinary abilities in a specific area, music, art, mathematics, memory, while facing challenges in other aspects of life. That's the paradox of savant syndrome, a rare condition where individuals with developmental disabilities display incredible talents that seem to defy explanation. Kim Peek, the inspiration for the movie Rain Man, was a savant with an astonishing memory. He could read a book in about an hour, absorbing every word and retaining it with remarkable accuracy. He's said to have memorized over 12,000 books in his lifetime, covering topics from history and geography to sports statistics and classical music. While savants often face significant challenges in social interaction, communication, and daily living skills, their extraordinary abilities offer a glimpse into the untapped potential of the human brain. Their islands of genius challenge our understanding of intelligence and remind us that the human mind is capable of extraordinary feats. Chapter 8. Urbach-Wiethe Disease. Life without fear. Fear is a primal instinct hardwired into our brains to protect us from danger. But what if you were completely fearless, immune to the physiological and emotional responses that send shivers down our spines and make our hearts race? That's the reality for people with Urbach-Wiethe disease, an extremely rare genetic disorder that causes calcification of the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing fear and other emotions. One of the most well-known cases of Urbach-Wiethe disease is a woman known as SM. Researchers studying SM found that she had a complete lack of fear in situations that would terrify most people. She showed no signs of anxiety when confronted with spiders, snakes, or even horror movies. While this fearlessness might seem like a superpower, it can be incredibly dangerous. Without fear as a guide, people with Urbach-Wiethe disease might engage in risky behaviors or fail to recognize and avoid dangerous situations. Chapter 9. Hyperosmia. The world in high definition. Scent. If you thought dogs had a monopoly on superior smelling, think again. Hyperosmia is a condition that takes the sense of smell to a whole new level. People with hyperosmia have an increased sensitivity to odors, meaning they experience smells with greater intensity and detail than the average person. Imagine walking through a garden and being able to discern the subtle fragrance of each individual flower, or detecting the faintest hint of spice in a complex dish. For someone with hyperosmia, the world is a rich tapestry of scents, constantly revealing new and intriguing olfactory information. While this heightened sense of smell can be overwhelming at times, it can also be a valuable asset in certain professions. Perfumers, for example, often have a keen sense of smell, allowing them to identify and blend subtle fragrances to create unique and captivating scents. Similarly, chefs with hyperosmia might use their heightened sense of smell to create complex and flavorful dishes. Number 10. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is often misunderstood as simply a reading disability, but it's much more complex than that. It's a neurological difference that affects the way the brain processes language, impacting reading, writing, spelling, and sometimes even speech. But here's the thing, dyslexia doesn't limit intelligence or potential. In fact, many people with dyslexia possess unique strengths and talents that often go unrecognized. They might excel in areas like visual thinking, problem-solving, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Take Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group. Branson is openly dyslexic, and he often credits his dyslexia for his success. He said that his struggles with reading and writing forced him to think differently, to find creative solutions, and to delegate tasks to others who excelled in areas where he struggled. Number 11. Narcolepsy with cataplexy. Narcolepsy is a neurological disorder that affects sleep-wake cycles, causing excessive daytime sleepiness and sudden, uncontrollable sleep attacks. Cataplexy, on the other hand, is a sudden loss of muscle control often triggered by strong emotions like laughter, excitement, or surprise. Now, while narcolepsy with cataplexy can be incredibly disruptive and even dangerous, there's a fascinating aspect to this condition that often gets overlooked: the vivid, often lucid dreams that many narcoleptics experience. Imagine a world where your dreams are so real, so detailed, that you can sometimes control the narrative, influence the characters, and even learn from your subconscious mind. While more research is needed to fully understand the link between narcolepsy and vivid dreaming, some scientists believe that the sudden shifts between sleep states might play a role in triggering these intense dream experiences. Number 12. Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a devastating neurodegenerative disorder that causes progressive damage to brain cells, leading to a decline in physical and cognitive abilities. It's a genetic disorder, meaning that children of a parent with Huntington's have a 50% chance of inheriting the gene. While there's currently no cure for Huntington's disease, some studies suggest that there might be a period of heightened creativity and productivity in the years before symptoms appear. This phenomenon, known as pre-manifest HD, has been observed in some individuals who carry the Huntington's gene but haven't yet developed the characteristic symptoms of the disease. It's a cruel irony that a disease that ultimately robs people of their cognitive abilities might also spark a surge of creative energy in its early stages. Some researchers believe that this surge in creativity might be linked to changes in brain chemistry or activity that occur as the disease begins to take hold. From hyperthymesia to tetrachromacy, these conditions show us that even the rarest traits can have fascinating benefits. The human brain, with all its complexities and quirks, is a constant source of wonder and surprise. It reminds us that diversity isn't just about outward appearances or cultural backgrounds. It's also about the incredible range of abilities and experiences that make each of us unique. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more extraordinary facts. See you in the next video.